Sometimes. Sometimes I transport back to that world engulfed in darkness, a world dominated by the cold-blooded heartless. Piercing cries attack me from all directions. As I am rent from my mother's arms, I long her love and affections. Sometimes I can still feel my mother's last breath, as two vile creatures invite her to death. I'll always remember our caring connection that slowly seeps through her pale complexion. Sometimes I remember the final words my mother whispered, her hand so fragile, her heart so blistered. All the lies left her innocence stained, all the suffering left her strength drained. Sometimes I recall the innocent girl of 6 I used to be, until my name was replaced with a number. 6, 2, 4, 8, 3. Deep down in my soul, I knew my true number was 0. I was desperate, devastated, worthless, just wanting of a hero. Sometimes I remember the world was free. How much more of a lie could this be? For work wasn't free, it came at a price. We were distinct, it cost us our life. Sometimes I felt I was riding a river so freezing it made me shiver. And it wasn't because it was custom cold, it was the terrible, trembling truth that began to unfold. Sometimes I knew the river had no water at all, just raging red blood from those destined to fall. Caught in rapids of excruciating labour, we fight, drifting towards the river beds, only to sleep on the banks, finally relieved to rest our heads. Sometimes I thought life wouldn't get better, forced into labour, violently restrained by a fetter. Needless torture, an endless fight, but never have I felt so much pain. When my mother's body lay at my feet, nothing but a feeble frame. Sometimes I still feel the tears I shed. When my mother lay there, my dignity bled. Forced to dispose of her in this wretched place, they stole her from me, and I just long to feel her grace. Sometimes, now all I feel is vindictive thoughts. As my mother is dead, all I feel is remorse. And never shall I speak of that sickening place and the malicious battle, as we are rounded up and herded like cattle. Sometimes I struggle to understand, how can so many develop fear at the raise of his right hand? They had hearts as loud as lions, and they were ripped from their chests. Fear consumed them, their voices were tamed, no opinions to be expressed. Sometimes I wonder how many candles do you light for the 11 million people whose worlds are as black as the night? How do you remember the people who suffered in silence? How do you stop others from being victims of this violence? Sometimes all we have to do is show the simple respects and remember to appreciate the lives, the memories, and the slightest fire ember. We must learn from history and recreate mankind, and remember that we are all individuals, we are all different, but we are all intertwined.